Hey, what's good, people? Fresher than your average podcast, back like we never left. Animal Brown tapping in, man. Got my guy JaiHov in the building. What's good, sir?
AB, it's been too long, my guy. Way too long, brother.
Entirely too long, man. But hey, we had to let the people know that we are back. We could not let 2021 just go as if nothing happened. We had to link back up and do a top 10 sneakers of 2021. How difficult was this list for you to make, or was this a pretty easy one?
Well, with FTYA and our rules, right, we can't include retros. So in turn, within the years, though, we had to make some stipulations with this year's because some of these retros hadn't been out in years, so those don't really count. So man, that made it extremely difficult to come up with a top 10 list. But I think I did a better job than you already, and I ain't even seen your list or heard it for sure.
The hell?
Like 3 straight years, I've watched you in lists, bro.
That's not true.
We'll see. How about Crocs. You, bro? Was it hard for you to
you had Crocs on your list?
Hey, you own a pair and you love them.
I do. Yeah, that's true. That's both facts. That's true. It was tough because the retro thing last year we didn't do retro releases. This year we made an exception. You know, if it's been 10 years plus, then we let that slide. But that was very difficult. But yeah, no, other than that though, the list wasn't too crazy. I think we had a good year of sneakers overall, but I think it's going to be a lot of similarities in these top 5. Just like it usually is. Well, you never know. You never know.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm excited.
Because you be having some bullshit, so that's a good point. We don't
know. My list is supreme for sure.
Real quick before we get into this list, though, I did want to say, what do you take into consideration how difficult a shoe is to get, or like whether you've held it in your hand or seen it? Do you take that into consideration? Does that make something? Does it give it points if it's easier to get? Like where are you on that? Because I saw a lot of lists.
Yeah,
excluded a couple of sneakers simply because they were impossible to get.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, a lot of these shoes on the list I don't have. Some I do, some I don't.
Yeah.
So in turn, being with the pandemic, very hard to go places and pick up random things because you could possibly get COVID. It's kind of hard to see a lot of these sneakers. But the ones that I did see, I've seen all of these shoes on the list except for maybe one.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that had a lot to do with it too, because you know, as well as I know, you get a shoe in hand and actually hold it.
That could change it.
Ooh,
that could go either way.
It could either ruin a shoe or it can give you a totally different outlook. Like I've seen some shoes that you purchased over the years. I pull up to the crib when I come over and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. Seeing these kind of sold me on these for sure. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that for sure.
That leads me to because there's some on here that I haven't seen. Like you said, people just like I ain't really just been out like that. So it's like, but to be fair, that's where 4K video comes into play on YouTube.
boy, you speaking a prophetic word. Oh, real quick, I got a question about you too. Do you have to actually hold the shoe, or if you see somebody in motion, see somebody walking, you see the shoes, you like, hey yo, those look better. Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, it is. It is. On foot is always better, in my opinion. And that's where these video reviews save lives, because they are putting them on foot and now you get to see them. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha. You see them with different pants, different fits, whatever the case may be. And it just makes life easier, man, for somebody trying to figure out, are those really it? You know what I'm saying? So video is for me, and they've got to be on foot.
Really? And you put me on 4K videos. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at those. That was a major point of a lot of these sneakers that I actually purchased in the year 2021. And also to the point of just actually seeing a shoe in the beginning phase. Like we'll see a render.
Yep.
Then we'll see a mock. Then we'll see an actual 4K joint. Then you see them on foot.
Yep.
Those 4K Instagram pics.
Yeah, they go hard. They go hard.
We put on FTYA, man, listen.
They go hard.
Yeah, that's a selling point as well.
Yeah. No doubt. I was wondering, man, and we'll talk more about when we get to some of these sneakers on the list, why maybe some didn't make it over others. But again, this is our top 10. And really, this is our top. This is how it's all subjective. We know how it goes. Really, this is our top 10 favorite, if we just really want to just call it that. So no list is wrong except yours. My shit is crazy
I know
as
your
always.
I know you got some old bullshit on here too, dog.
Let's kick it off though, man. Give me your, and then we'll get in after we get our list off. Then we'll talk about some honorable mentions, maybe some ones that almost made the cut. Give me 10, 9, 8, man. What you got?
Whew. All right, starting with 10. I got to keep the tradition going, AB. I went with the Salehi Bembry Crocs.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen. Hey, the hottest solo act in the world is Salehi Bembry. He left Versace. The reason we got those 2 chain reactions is because of Salehi Bembry. Don't ever forget that. He dropped a Croc this year and it set the world on fire. Totally took the silhouette of a Croc, like clog, but in turn, he flipped that joint and turned it into a masterpiece. It was $800 to buy a pair of Crocs. It cost like $7 to make a pair of Crocs, probably way cheaper than that. Somebody let me know in the comments. But 100%, they were up to 800. Now they're down to 400. So they're like 1,100 in your size. So that's my number 10, the Salehi Crocs, for sure. All colors, it don't matter.
And I know you ain't seen them in person.
I have not seen those in person.
Ain't no way.
Those are the only ones I haven't seen in person, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, number 9. The Nike Air Max 1 Pata Waves in black, though, for sure.
Really?
Are the blacks fire.
Okay.
Oh, man. Pata had a strong year with the 991, starting off with that. Then it came back with a 4-pack of Nikes, and it changed the game because it's an old design, right? The Air Max 1 is an old design, but it totally redefined that actual model of shoe, man. Reworked that entire model. I think with Virgil, the way that he reconstructed shoes and kind of still kept the simplicity of each shoe, but made its own wave, no pun intended with those, for sure, man. Pata did a great job, and that wave definitely is a pair of shoes that I recently just purchased. Had to get those. Those are fire.
You got the black ones?
I got the black ones, for sure. And last but not least, coming in at number 8, the New Balance. You hate these. Amy Leon Dore 993 Beef and Brock. Shout out to my dog, the Beef and Brocks. Shout out to Teddy Santis, putting New Balance in a different forefront this year as the lead designer. He teased this drop with their fall winter 2021 lookbook. Beef and Brock, light brown, dark brown, solid green, and that black midsole / bottom, dog. Fire.
Yeah, the black midsole jacked it.
That's a great shoe.
Nah.
That's a great shoe. Now, that shoe is excellent. They don't make shoes like that. The way he flipped that 993, he killed that, dog. And that's super comfortable. The thing that I worry about, it is a seasonal shoe, though. So I'm trying to see if I can maybe pull it off in the spring. I don't think so. No. But we shall see. The Beef and Brock, because historically we wear Beef and Brock Timberlands during our winter months, during our, fall months. But I think, man, this shoe might change the world right here, man. People not talking about that 993 Beef and Brock, Amy Leon Dore. Shout out to Teddy Santis, dog.
I like the 993. I just the colorway, man. The colorways were rough. And I like what New Balance did this year, and we're gonna get to that on my list too. But those got left off.
Have you seen these in person?
I haven't seen them in person though. No, I watched reviews. I watched hella shit though, but I haven't seen them in person.
And it never really.
No, never really quite. It just especially with the ones with the black midsole. Oh my God,
those are fire. No, my bad.
All right, man. Number 10 on my list. Again, it's my favorite. It's a keyword there, guys. Favorite sneakers of 2021. Of course, what's a list without my boy Ye? Let's be clear. He's on here. Yeezy 450 Cloud White. Innovative, provocative, comfortable. I like that Kanye keeps pushing sneaker culture forward. A lot of people feel a type of way about this silhouette. I love the silhouette. I think it's really dope. The only reason it's 10 on my list and not higher is because of wearability. It's not as wearable as the sneakers that are above it, but it's a super dope design, and I'm waiting on a color that I can get my hands on that I like. I like this color, but they sold out in minutes. You know how Ye get down. They sold out immediately. And then the triple black colorway, I can't do nothing with that because it's triple black. And then the resin colorway, it's like a green throw up. I can't do nothing with that. But as soon as they come with a flavor that I can do something with, these 450s cop. That's number 10 on my list.
I just had to, because I didn't even know what the hell you were talking about. That's how bad they were. I had to research, looked at those. They're trash.
That's
you
not
cannot
true.
wear those. You cannot wear those with jeans.
No, you can't wear them with jeans, though.
You have to wear them with sweats.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? There's
that
you know
makes
many sweats there are now, dude. We gotta go John Elliott and go Essentials. Or is that like it's crazy sweats?
Dude, but this is the thing. It's not a multi-purpose shoe. It has
That's
one
why
purpose.
It's 10. That's why it's number 10. Now, number 9. Shout out to Clot. Clot has done a lot of collaborations recently. My favorite collaboration of the year with Clot was with the Jordan 14 low. They made the 14. These are the best 14 lows of all time, like because that silhouette is really just okay. The 14 really didn't age that well. I think they were smart going with the low. And I think this is better than the Clot Air Air Maxes, which I didn't like. They had the see-through toe. And then I didn't like the Clot Sakai waffles, which also had a see-through upper, which I thought was trash. Thankfully, on the 14 lows, they didn't do a see-through upper because that would have jackballed these. These are absolute flames. And again, in 2021, the best 14 ever dropped, and that's the Clot 14 collab, the low.
Not mad at those. Those are straight. But you make a lot of noise when you jingle bell rocking when you walk those, though.
That's true. Now, that's one thing. You got to take the back. You got to take that out. That's because you're not sneaking up on the soul with that shit. That's the only thing that's blowing it.
Okay.
Number 8. My boy Ye strikes again. Now, technically this released late 2020, but it was not widely available. They weren't widely available until this year, and that's the foam runner. And if you want to pick a flavor, we can go MXT gray. That's perfectly fine. But this sneaker is amazing, bro. It's so people hated it at first. It's the Ye effect. You know how we get down. People hated it at first. They didn't understand it, but it's a much cooler looking Croc. It's functional. It's comfortable. You can even dress these up low key. Like, these are super dope. What? You can't dress these up?
No, bro. What the fuck you gonna you put a suit on with some Yeezy?
Wow, okay. Let me not necessarily. I'm not saying a black tie affair. I'm saying you could put an outfit on with this. That's all I'm saying.
That's not true. That's not true, bro.
Man, this nigga's ill.
And I have a pair of those. And on top of that, they cut the side of your heel. There's some slaw.
What color did you get?
They're not functional. I have the what's the ones that
MX
you mentioned?
Gray?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you the ones I got. Hold on. What is it? They're
got the swirl.
Got the swirl, the kind of that gray and tan.
Clean as fuck. Those are dope.
No,
I want a pair of these bad.
Moon gray. Yeah, they the moon gray.
Yeah. Those are complete flames. And
moon gray shit. They cutting the side of your heel and shit. Like, nah, man, you gotta wear
the wrong size.
No. And that's the thing too. They run weird. Like, they run really weird, and they look big. Like, Crocs. Listen,
not me.
Crocs don't look big on your feet. They actually make your feet look smaller.
But I've seen girls with these on, and they look.
I ain't gonna lie. The ladies do look good.
They look good with these.
It's a lady. There's no way it should have been 8 though.
Yeah, it absolutely should have been 8. This is forward thinking coming from the Yeezy camp, just like he always does, and I think it's changing the game, bro.
Bro, there's no way. First off, I like the Clot. You know, the 10s the number 10 was trash. Those Cloud White's trash.
Fire.
You did these wrong. They were in the wrong order. Your list is terrible starting off so far, bro.
That's not true.
Clots was solid though. I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, and not a lot of people talked about those, but again, it's my favorite. I like them. I like them a lot. What you got for 7 and 6?
7 and 6. Okay. My number 7 shoe is a Jordan 2 off-white low, white, red, cream, off-white colorway. The effort that he put in making with these tools, that faux crack midsole, fire, taken from an old pair of Jordan 2s that he played in. Overall, the inspiration for this pair is, I love tools. I always have. They just don't drop enough tools for people to get busy with. And if they are, they're like designer tools, like the Don C's, or Aleli May had a 2 that came out, but those were women's release. So yeah, man, it's cool to see a Jordan 2 low that doesn't get enough credit I love Jordan 2s. I love Jordan 2 lows preferably. And these are great, man. He went above and beyond with this design. And that white pair is fire for sure at 7. Really kind of low, but that lets you know sneakers going crazy this year. And number 6 on my list, I have the Travis Scott Fragment design Jordan 1 low. I think this was the most hyped sneaker of the year. Over the summer, they kind of hinted that they were going to do a collaboration. And between, I think the Jordan 1 high of this with the blue opposite, I think the color blocking is off on that shoe. I don't like the high.
Yeah.
But the low, a great shoe. You can dress it up and dress it down. One of my favorite sneakers to wear, super comfortable. And it's a statement piece. Great. These are grails for some people, for sure.
Oh no, absolutely. It's a triple collab. You don't see that too often, so it's definitely a grail. Yeah. I will say the twos. You know, I'm not a two fan at all, but I love the story behind those off-white twos. That's super dope. The actual shoe that he hooped in that a fan had that Mike signed made its way back to Nike headquarters. They pulled it out the vault, laser sketched it and put it in. I thought the story was fire, but I can't do nothing with those shoes though. It's crazy. Nothing.
You wouldn't wear those Jordan 2 lows?
Nah. And the white and red ones are the better looking ones. The black ones are complete trash.
They're not trash, but I've always, when I first saw the shoe, I remember in our group chat, I was like, those fire.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah, those fire, bro. I want a pair of those. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely called it.
Yeah, those fire.
7 and 6 for myself. Number 7, I said New Balance was going to be on the list. Its first entry is number 7. Joe Fresh Goods 990 V3. Outside close, very, very clean shoe. Now it's not, this sucks. I know people hate this, but when you're doing good shit, your next model is going to be compared to the one you did before. It's just inevitable. And the one that he had last year, the year before last, in my opinion, is better. And so you can't help but compare it. Unfortunately, that takes some points off just a little bit. That's why it's at number 7. But it's a very clean shoe. Again, love the thought behind the story of these. I even like the release of them, man. Like, I like that he's trying his best to get them in the hands of actual people. That sucks for me if I was trying to pull them up because I'm not in Chicago. But again, I'm not mad. I'm not a hater. I like the rollout. And then number 6, I said we talked about the retros before. We laugh and joke about these retros for the last 20 years, but the Cool Gray 11s are probably second greatest Jordans, bro. These might be the best non-OG colorway.
Well, he played in these. They were OGs. He played.
Oh, that's right. He played for the Wizards. That's a good point.
But what have we been calling these since 1999, bro?
Man, the goatees, man, the greatest of all time, except for the playoff or the Concord. Which one though? Probably Concord. Concord. So these are the goatees. They retroed in 2010, like 10 years ago. So they made the list. I had them originally. This is one of the only shoes I bought more than once. I had these originally in 2001. But these are the shit. Very nice quality. They made 1 million of them. So if you wanted them, you got a pair. But these are fire.
That ain't necessarily true. A lot of people harbored these and tried to get them. I put a half-ass effort. Anytime these shoes come out, I've never owned these shoes, not once in my life. And I tried, a half-ass tried, but I tried. Did not get them. And now I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass like, damn it, I should have got those. But I think I'll circle back and get those. That's a great shoe for sure.
No, it is.
I love those shoes, 100%.
Very, very clean, man. Let's go 5-4 so then we can end it with the top 3.
Okay. My number 5, New Balance Protection Pack, also known as the Refined Future. People say that too. Sorry to the snobs that want to call it the Refined Future. New Balance, again, with Teddy Santis being the creative director, is taking flight in 2021. They comprise of like 3 different colorways. There's a black pair, there's a white pair, and a gray pair. Just overwhelming GR release, sold out in seconds. It's one of the best shoes that came out this year. One of the more comfortable shoes that I purchased this year. I don't know what else they might have put another midsole or something in these shoes because they're way more comfortable than any other New Balance I've ever had other than the 998s. This 2002R, man, just a special shoe. I love this shoe. One of my favorite shoes of the year for sure.
For sure.
And number 4, I have the Off-White Dunk Low Lot 50. Now, now Lot 50 is the one for me. The main reason for me why it's so special to me is because I wanted the MOMA Air Force One Off-Whites.
Yep.
And I think this is a great shoe to have if you don't have those, because those are they're out of the door. Like there's no way for you to get those. But this Lot 50 is something that you can actually get. And these are fire, man. I know, right? But these are fire, man. I love these. They were super simplistic. All the other ones were a little bit too much for me. Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about how we both got a pair of these. But just the way that they were rolled out, then that 50 with that silver swoosh, fire black with the auxiliary rope lace. That's fire, man. It's a great shoe. I plan on getting those as well.
Yeah, people love I feel like it's between the 1 and the 50, and then everything else is third place. People gravitate toward the 1 or the 50. I'm cool on the all black. The 50s really didn't move me like that, honestly. Not like that.
So if you had to pick 1 or 50, which one would you pick?
I'll pick 1.
1 is fire. That age midsole on that 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would lean 1, but I wasn't the biggest fan of either one of those though. Okay. I actually didn't mind some of the ones in between, and I know that's not everybody likes the 1 or the 50, and I get it because they stood out the most. It makes sense, but I would prefer one of the 2 through 48.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird, but I just thought that shit was fly. But like you said, we'll talk about that. There'll be a time and a place where we'll talk about that in our recap for 2021. Yeah. For sure. Coming very soon. Yep. But number 5, and my number 5 and number 4, I am going, and you put me on these because I wasn't a believer. I'm not gonna hold you. New Balance 2002 R Water Be the Guide. Your man's Soleil Bim. I hope I'm saying it right. Bimbry. All right, cool. These are complete flames, and I like that. I like the quality that New Balance is putting their works out. And again, it's a great story. I didn't like the other pair that he put out this year with the whistle on the back. Those are doing the absolute most, in my opinion. But these, and then once I seen how you can style them, thanks to you, these shits are they really, because it's the color is weird. I can't really pinpoint exactly what that is. I don't know if it's turquoise, skews more to the green or the blue side. But once you figure out a way to style them, man, those shits go crazy. So triple salute to New Balance this year and those 2002 R's, complete flames.
Sure.
Number 4, listen, I didn't want to cheat and put a retro on here, but again, it's been 15 years since these came out, and these are one of my favorite shoes ever. And it's the Lightning 4s, dude. And I don't care that they're GR and that they made $1 million. None of that really matters to me as long as I got my hands on a pair of them. And I did, and they're fucking amazing. I had the Thunders back in the day. I've wanted these for a very long time. Their yellow is probably my favorite color on a shoe. There was even a third one that came out back in the day for the Jordan Motorsport. They were white and yellow. I'll never be able to get my hands on those, but if I could to complete the trifecta, it would be dope. But yes, I have a retro 4 at number 4 of a 4 on my list. And I love these shoes, man. And if I was younger, I would have doubled up, but I'm too old to double up.
Yeah, no, I love those, and I have the black and yellow joints are the Thunder, right?
Yeah,
no, for sure. Those are a great shoe. And we got to talk too about, man, that's some good content because you got your Thunders refurbished, is what we'll call it.
I got them remastered.
You got them joints remastered, so that's some good content.
That was my first time doing that. You see a lot of people doing that online.
Yeah.
And shout out to my guy, man. I seen him on Instagram. You know, Instagram make the world small. So I seen that somebody in Nashville was bringing shoes back to life, back to reality. And I was like, shit, I got a pair that's like these look really good though. It's just the the paint chips on the 4. Y'all know how it go. And that was really the only thing that was really beat up about them. And he brought them back to life, man. They look brand new in my opinion. And that was well worth the look. $40, $30, like whatever. And I'm sporting these now like they came out yesterday.
Now they look great, man, for sure. They look good. I see them up there too. They shining up there. For sure. They look good.
They up there with their big brother, man. Top 3 favorite sneakers of the year, man. What do you got? Give me 3, 2, 1.
All right, 3. You talked about it. You hit every great point that I was gonna hit on. The New Balance, Joe Fresh Good, outside clothes.
Ooh.
I just felt that as far as a release, besides the off-white lots, this is the best release as far as a rollout. How he did it, it's fire, man. I just love the way the New Balance is letting people tell their stories through sneakers. And I think Joe Fresh Good is doing a really, really good job of that. And I think he has 2 more New Balances coming out this year as well. So
I was just about to say he's teased 2 more for the spring, summer. Yeah. Very interested to see how those look.
Nah, for sure. And number 2 on my list is the Jordan 3 A Moma. Listen, James Whitner came through with these, being raised by a woman. I know exactly what he talked about in for, I think it was a Complex documentary. They sat down and talked to him.
I think
the way that he put this shoe together, man, is a great shoe. A lot of people say this is the shoe of the year. Yeah. Man, it's tough to kind of dispute that because of the off-white laces that come with it and the white laces. Which, hey, did you rock? You doing white laces or off-white laces?
I did white laces. But the off-white laces go crazy, though.
Man, I put them off-white joints in mine. I said,
yeah, they tough.
It's different. It's a great shoe, though, man. And I think it'll age really well, too, because where he has an age midsole, I think will kind of reflect as far as years go on. It won't be as bad as far as how it looks. Just a great shoe, man. I like the weird, like, off purple that he used. Yeah. It's just a great sneaker, dog. One of my favorite sneakers. But my favorite, numero uno, is the Salehi Bembry 2002 R. Water be the guy.
Yeah.
A great fucking sneaker, dog. Yeah. I did not know that you could put these 2 different colorways together and make a great shoe. And when I got the shoe, I was like, what the fuck am I going to wear with this shoe? And then I found different things to kind of rock with it. Man, Salehi is undefeated this year. He is the sneaker designer of the year, minus the whistle. The whistle while you twerks ain't it. Those
ain't tricky.
It.
Those are tricky.
But he should have stopped with the 2002 R's, man. Yeah. You get a little greedy. And I seen people blowing the whistle with his. No, but these are fire though, man. Just a really, really great sneaker. I think sneaker of the year, 100%. I got 5 New Balances in my top 10. Let you know where they was at this year for sure.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that, man. And we're gonna talk more about some of the ones you picked because they'll sound familiar in just a second. I'm gonna go 3. I'm going New Balance 2002 R Protection Pack, the gray joints. Man, listen, and I'm not even really a big fan of the distressed, shoes that come already looking crazy, but the way that Off-White and Jordan and Nike have kind of come with like the aged midsole look. And I think some people just took that to the next level with this protection pack. And it just works, dude. Like it works. And again, this is normally not my vibe, but these they are too clean, dude. I prefer the gray ones. Those to me go the hardest, but I even like the black ones though. Like I like those too. So that's high. A New Balance on number 3 is probably the highest a New Balance has been on my list ever, but that's how hard they've been going this year. Major props to them. That's a clean shoe. I need a pair of New Balances, man. Help me out. Number 2, Jordan, Travis Scott, Fragment, lows. To have a Jordan 1 low, and I know Jordan 1 lows are low-key back thanks to Travis. I'm going to give him props for that. But I think the color blocking on the low, as you stated earlier, is just superior to the highs, even though I don't mind the highs, but I get why people like the lows better. It's just cleaner look. He's got the signature reverse swoosh in the cream, like the off-white with the laces to oh my God. They killed these, killed them. The hype was through the roof for these, obviously, because of the Fragment Travis Scott collab. So prices are dumb, but these go super hard. I take the highs or the lows, but the lows are better, period. They just are. And I wanted to have both on my list. And then that leads me to number 1. And I call this as shoe of the year as soon as we saw images. I said, dude, this is a sneaker of the year. Shout out to everybody in the culture catching up to your boy. But the A Moma 3s, bro, I said it, keep it a stack. I said it as soon. I said, yo, I have to have those, dude.
Now you was heavy on these.
I was heavy. I said I'm paying resale. I was prepared to pay resale. It was already in my head.
Hello. Yeah, huh? You didn't have to. You didn't have to.
I got lucky. It is what it is. But I did hit on them. and they're clean as hell. Word to the wise, if you are trying to get a pair, I would half size down at least. I know they're women sizing and extended sizes, but I would have did a half size down. But still, these are very clean. They've got like a vintage, but like a luxury look though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's really hard to explain. But when you put these up to next to a GR pair of threes, bro, put them up next to them true blue threes, bro. Look at the leather on the toe box. Like, fuck out of here. Like, look at the leather. Look at the tumble leather on the tongue. Like, stop. And then the hidden messages on the shoes, raised by women. Come on, man. Real niggas relate. It just is what it is. It's the sneaker of the year. I felt that way in April. I feel that way now in January of the following year. So they killed it this year too. I argue. I know you said your boy was with New Balance was the designer. You could argue James Whitner was 2 for 2. I know he had the social status dunk mids too that people really like.
True.
But his 2 Jordans were both A1 YOLO.
I can't believe you didn't put the Jordan 1s.
I didn't, but I really like those 2. I do, and I have those 2, and I may have hit on those for retail as well.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, for sure. May have.
Yeah, may have. That's neither here nor there. But they are clean. I know a lot of people were iffy on those because they thought that the material was going to be one thing when it was really another. It's really cracked leather. They thought it was like a suede, but it's not. It's a cracked leather, which I don't mind. I'm ready to wear mine, actually. I think I might pull mine out this weekend. Pause. But they clean as hell, especially for retail.
Especially for retail. I thought they were fire too. I saw them in person. They didn't really, when you look at a shoe and you've been gassing them since day one, right? So I was like, all right, I'm not really feeling them. Then I got to a point where I saw them in person. No, I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was a HD pick that sold me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get these. And then of course I didn't get them because my size is the crazy size in the world. Where's my size? Didn't get them, saw them in person, and I was like, something just didn't really, we didn't capture the moment when I saw them, and I don't want them, and I don't think I will get them. I really don't think so.
They're similar to the 3s anyway.
Very
honestly.
Similar.
Yeah. It's the same color palette, man, like the same zone. So it's
right.
If you got the 3s, then you really don't need the 1s.
So that mean you selling yours?
Nah, I'm gonna keep mine. For sure. I'm putting them to the dirt. Did you have a shoe or 2 that didn't make the cut that almost did?
Yeah, man. Jown had a New Balance collab with the 994. Kind of you are a purchaser of dark navy that looks black.
Yeah.
It is a Jown that came out, New Balance collab. It looks almost black, but it's navy with the black midsole. I know you don't like that.
No,
that was one of my honorable mentions. New Balance Bape 2002R, fire. The only reason, and I purchased the Bape New Balance 2002Rs, but whenever I want to wear the protection packs, I'm not going to wear the Bape, so they kind of get in the way of each other, the same shoe, basically. So that kind of sucks, but still a great shoe. One of the shoes of the year for me. And the goatees, man. The Cool Gray 11s, most definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Are those 2002s true to size?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
I gotta look into a pair of those. I ain't gonna lie.
You do.
I got a couple that almost made it. As you can hear, I did not have the Air Max 1 Pattas, even though I really like them, and I also have a pair as well. I prefer the orange joints, the burnt orange. Those were clean, but they just didn't make the list, just barely. But I really enjoy those. I think those are fly. And the Lemonade Off-White Air Force Ones, those are crazy. But again, they were impossible to get. So due to that, I wasn't gonna cheat the game and put those in the top 10. Same for the trophy room ones. Like they were impossible.
But those are fire though.
Yeah, they hard, but they just, and then the rollout was just fumbled, crazy.
It was strange.
And they need to take notes, man, from A Mamier, from Joe Fresh Goods. They roll out to be flames. Yep. People who actually want the shoes can get their hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, there'll never be a perfect rollout. So obviously there's people out there that missed out that wanted either or. But generally speaking, you see more manual W's with those rollouts than anybody with either the Travises or with the trophy rooms, though. Like, you can cancel those.
I got you. Letter grade A through F. What would you give the year's sneakers in 2021?
I I give it a B plus, and that's really mainly because of the resurgence of New Balance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like they cover some ground this year, dude. Like, and I like when you get some competition. Like, you know, it ain't everything gotta be Nike, Adidas.
Yeah.
Like, let's get some competition. Like if you weren't a believer in New Balance before this year, you are now. You know what I'm saying? And then also I like that there's different types of footwear. We both had Croc style sneakers or shoes on our list. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super dope. And you know, so I like the variety, man. I'll say B plus for this year. What about you?
I gave it an A minus. If you see how much Yeezy had taken over the world since 2013 as far as sneakers, there's no way in the world that I would not have a pair of Yeezys in a top 10 list. And now to see me not having one,
it's disrespectful, honestly.
No, because he hadn't had any shoes. The MX Oats are fire. Those are honorable mentions for me. I want those. Those are fire, you know, but
the 350s.
350 V2s, or V3s.
Two.
Yeah, it's a great sneaker, man. I think he's a year too late with it, but it also shows the fact that a lot of people are geared more towards comfort now. That's why New Balances, they're one of the more comfortable shoes that you wear, dog. They're great shoes to maneuver in. You can wear them with anything. I think with New Balance going into 2022, they have to keep up, though. They got to continue to drop new, innovative ways. They don't have a lot of people on their staff. As far as when I say staff, they're people like, you know, Kawhi Leonard. He can't sell a pair of shoes. The first time I saw the Bape 2002 R's, Kawhi had them on. He's walking in the tunnel. And he didn't sell those shoes to me. No. The reason that I saw those shoes and they were sold on me was because who had them? Wale had a pair on. I was like, oh, those fire. It's protection packs. So yeah, man, they got to find another way to get more people within the culture to rock these shoes. Because I remember P.O. Shout out to P.O. He's like, bro, you like all these New Balances. Like, you know, nobody wear New Balances. It's listen, either you really bang with them or you don't bang with them at all. Like, it ain't no middle between. It's either you on or you off with those. And I think if you find another way to maybe sell the shoe to a different audience, maybe getting, I don't know, one of these, he got Jack Harlow, but he's not enough. They need to find one more person, like add Jack Harlow's stature. And they had Jaden Smith too.
Oh my God, they 0 for 3, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So they have to find like one more person. The basketball players, bro, and I know we ain't getting into this, but Jamal Murray, Darius Baisley, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my God.
Bro, there's nobody to sell sneakers. You got to find a way to get one of these guys to get in these ads for sure, because that's what Adidas doing. Adidas putting Jalen Green in these ads, Kanye West in these, you know, in these spots. So they got to find a way, man.
I actually think Wale will be a good look for New Balance.
Man, it would be great.
That's a good look.
It's a DMV shoe.
Yeah. That would actually be a really good look, and he could sell them.
You know who else could sell them?
Me.
Yeah, you could sell them, my guy. Meek. I thought you said me. Meek. Meek could sell. No. Meek could sell them.
But fuck no.
Philly area, man, those dudes be on those bikes, and they be in New Balances, heavy.
Uzi could sell them more than Meek.
Yeah,
if we're gonna do Philly,
Uzi.
Meek, like, no.
They got Meek. Jack though. Jack on fire. Jack sold out 50 cities.
Not because of what he had on. No, sir. With all due respect to Jack Harlow, man, but that is our top 10 favorite sneakers of the year. And let us know what you guys think. Tap into the YouTube page to watch. The link, of course, is in the description. Make sure you subscribe when you hit that link too. We would greatly appreciate it. Now we will have a recap of 2020 because we took a little vacay. That's all.
For sure.
Took a vacay. A lot of things happened during that vacay. We're going to talk about the top 6 or 7 things that popped off while we were gone. So be on the lookout for that episode coming very soon. And then also YouTube, man, make sure you subscribe to that YouTube page because we're going to have new content coming there very soon. Very, very soon. So check that out, man. We love talking about outfits and shit, man. So we're gonna have something special on there for y'all.
Have some of these shoes on this list.
That's true, man. We talk about, man, what the hell am I supposed to wear with X, Y, and Z, man? You never know. A couple of these top 10s might pop up with some fits. from FTYA, man. So make sure you tap in YouTube. Again, hit the link in the description and make sure you subscribe. Anything else before we get out of here?
So we end every show, say, wear your kicks and cop responsibly.
Yep.
So did you do a good job of wearing your kicks in 2021?
I did. I made a conscious effort to wear, to rotate some stuff, to put some shoes, some sneakers in a rotation that I normally wouldn't have done. So yes, in my opinion, I did. And you know what's funny? As I look behind me, nobody has those Travis Scott British khakis in their top 10.
No.
And those came out last year.
And those are fire.
And they hard too. They clean.
Yeah, those are tough. Yeah,
but the green ones are frying them though.
Yeah. You know what those green ones? The charcoal laces look better than the yellow laces.
You crazy as hell.
That's what I thought too. I thought it then. Seen the charcoal laces. It's different. I'm telling you, charcoal laces. Okay. So back to me. Like, sure. I think I don't think I did a good job of putting my kicks to the dirt.
Yeah,
I tried. I really tried this year. So I think 2022 is the year I put shoes to the dirt at a high level. For sure.
There it is. There it is. Everybody listening, if you didn't do it last year, do it this year, man. When you out the house, masked up, make sure you get the kicks to the dirt, man.
Most definitely.
Hey, guys, we out of here, man. Don't forget, man, to cop responsibly.
For sure. And wear your kicks, man, at all times.
There it is, man. We out.